Right now at noon, cleanup begins across southern Wisconsin after severe weather. We're tracking the current power outages, plus widespread damage across Iowa as deadly tornadoes moved through that area. We'll have the new video. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Josh Sprider. We begin with the aftermath of last night's storms. Right now, thousands of people are dealing with no power this afternoon and damage to their property. Thankfully, we're looking much quieter now as Wisconsinites start the cleanup. We start our team coverage with First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the weather patio. Kelly?
Yeah, thanks. We are looking at some nice weather now. It's still a little bit breezy, but at least it's going to be a calm day today. But this was not the case yesterday evening. Of course, as all of us know, had a lot of wind damage across here, a lot of people cleaning up. And this was a video that was sent to us this morning. This is near Belleville. Definitely going to have to investigate this, whether or not this was a tornado. Probably what we call a gustnado. Basically, some winds come out of a thunderstorm and race out ahead of it, creates a little bit of a spin up, and you get a brief tornado. And that's what we're depicting here near Belleville. Last night about 8:20, Melissa said she caught this. Really the only damage, according to her, near this was some power lines. This was mainly in an open field near Belleville last night. Thankfully, things are a lot quieter right now. We do have some winds, but we do have clear skies currently in Platteville. A little bit more cloud cover across the Madison area, but we are getting some sun breaking through. The dark shading on our visible cloud track is indicating where the sun is. The white area is obviously the clouds a little bit thicker to the north and east as the storm system wrapping up. We still have some winds out here. These are sustained winds as high as 21 miles per hour right now in Janesville, 12 miles per hour in Madison, and 18 right now in Lone Rock. So it is a breezy day and temperatures are a little bit cooler. We're running 6 degrees cooler here in Madison, 14 degrees cooler in Janesville. So it's going to be a breezy and cooler day today and quiet for a couple of days before some more chance of rain come our way going into the weekend. Our next chance of showers will come in Friday. And the weekend kind of iffy right now. I know it's the long holiday, Memorial holiday weekend, but we're going to have to dodge some rain showers and a little bit cooler weather, especially on Sunday. We'll talk more about that coming up. 65 right now in Madison. We are talking about kind of an unsettled weekend headed our way with some rain showers. Typical for Memorial weekend. We'll have that forecast coming up.
All right, Kelly, we'll see you in a few minutes. Classes were canceled for all MMSD schools today. Still feeling the impact from those storms. Jalen Banks is live at Valphillips Memorial High School. And Jalen, what prompted the district to make that decision?
Josh, as Kelly had just mentioned, going over the storms that we have faced last night, a lot of the debris and fallen power lines and fallen trees throughout the district is what prompted them to cancel all the schools today. They categorized it as unsafe conditions. Now, as for the school district, all early childhood programming has been canceled. Today is what they consider a traditional no school day and not an at-home learning day. We've seen that since the pandemic, people learning online and through video calls and things of that nature. As for athletics and other after-school programming, that is to be determined at the moment. That will be communicated directly to parents as to whether or not different after-school activities will be taking place. And if we can come on out to the camera, as you can see behind me, we've got tree branches that are down. This is the scene that you'll see at a lot of the schools throughout the district. But as for the rest of our storm aftermath coverage, we'll have all of that throughout the day on air and online at channel3000.com. But for now, reporting live in Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Jalen, thank you. Many Wisconsinites are now dealing with the aftermath of the storms. This home in Verona had a tree fall on it. The homeowner speaking with our Savannah Brito on News 3 Now this morning, saying while it's unfortunate, the situation could have been much worse. He described the experience as a truck running into the home.
I should have stayed in the basement, but I ran up to see what it was, and I saw the tree inside the house.
Wow. Marshall has lived in that home for 43 years. While he doesn't know how long it will take to repair it, he's fortunate to have gotten away without injury. More and more of these wild images are coming into our newsroom today. This is what these storms looked like racing through Wisconsin. Heavy rain, hail, and strong winds. The severe storms causing widespread outages, largely from downed trees falling on those power lines. Take a look at this new video from overnight. A tree falling on this home causing some damage there. This is on Decorah Road in DeForest. It happened shortly before 8 o'clock last night. DeForest Windsor Fire and EMS responded to that scene. Viewer video shows a downed power line on Madison's west side last night. This was on Maple Grove Drive. Take a look at this. You can see the power line leaning on a tree, and then it starts on fire. Look at that. At the end of the video, you can see the power line pop. This is an important reminder for everyone. Do not approach a downed power line or anything that's touched it. You should always assume the downed line is energized and dangerous. Wild video there. The Madison Fire Department is confirming multiple reported or downed lines and other electrical hazards. Last we heard from MFD, they said agencies were responding to dozens of calls. We've been calling local officials but haven't been able to get a number of how many downed lines there are confirmed. Here are some photos from overnight as well. This is on the west side. This is Old Sock Road in Middleton. You can see a tree that came down there. It's a 4-foot diameter oak tree. A lot of these big trees that have come down. And then check out this. It fell onto the road, stretching across both travel lanes. Many other large branches falling in that area too. If you have photos or videos you'd like to send to help us tell the story, here's how you can do so. Just visit our website, channel3000.com. On the weather page, scroll down to the section you see here and just click Post Your Own. You can also scroll all the way down to click the Submission Forms button, or you can email us at tips@channel3000.com. Thousands of customers remain without power this afternoon. Looking at Alliant right now, nearly 6,000 people are currently without power. We've been keeping an eye on these numbers all day. They are going down. We'll continue to check in throughout the afternoon and provide you updates. And here's a look at Madison Gas and Electric's outage map. The company says this is one of the largest outages in MG&E history. Right now, you can see more than 11,000 customers are without power. Previously, there were more than 30,000 outages, so that's a much better number. MG&E says it could take days to get power back to everyone. Remember, when severe weather strikes, you'll want our free First Warn weather and traffic app on your phone. It is available right now in the App Store and Google Play. Those several tornadoes were spotted across Iowa, that system causing widespread damage in the western part of the state, including Greenfield, where officials still don't know how many people died in that storm. Roxana Saberi is about 50 miles from Des Moines.
What a monster! Wow!
Massive tornadoes like this one barreled across Iowa, leaving Greenfield, a city of around 2,000 residents, devastated.
Before I went down the basement, I went all around my house and I prayed. I prayed for God to keep us safe.
Drone video over the city southwest of Des Moines captured what remained. Homes shredded to pieces, vehicles tossed onto lawns, mountains of debris, and trees ripped to their roots.
I know that, some of my friends were hurt and I couldn't get hold of them. But I was scared.
Iowa State Patrol has confirmed at least a dozen people were injured, and there were multiple deaths in the storm.
The Greenfield community has shown incredible unity during this challenging time. The Greenfield community has a long road ahead of them.
The damage here comes less than a month after the state was hit hard by tornadoes. In Adams County yesterday, storm chasers drove through flying debris from another twister. They then looked for survivors at this now leveled home.
There's somebody here? Are you in shelter?
That same tornado snapped wind turbines and set them on fire. Before the extreme weather reached Iowa, neighboring Nebraska was slammed with torrential downpours, hail, and powerful winds. Widespread flooding swamped the Omaha area after up to 6 inches of rain fell, stranding cars and pushing them off the road. Tracy Dunn said there was so much flooding in her apartment that at one point she had to stand on top of her bed.
I don't have nothing. I've lost everything I got, everything.
Back in Greenfield, the city has already begun cleaning up.
We will rebuild this community together. One thing about Greenfield is we're small, but we're mighty.
The cleanup here is just getting started. Iowa's governor is expected to survey the damage here today. And across the country, we still have more severe weather in the forecast. Later today, hail and potentially damaging winds are expected to hit parts of Texas and Arkansas. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, Greenfield, Iowa.
Developing right now, this is a live look in the town of Fulton where a death investigation is underway. Several law enforcement vehicles spotted along Newville Road. The Rock County Sheriff's Office was conducting a welfare check prior to that investigation. We do know a medical examiner was also spotted at the scene. Stick with News 3 now as we learn more about this information or any new information about this case. Still ahead for us on this Wednesday afternoon, how Nestle is cashing in on the weight loss drug craze. Plus, an airline that's going to the dogs is set to take its maiden voyage.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. The value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Steinhoffel's Memorial Day mattress sale is on now. Get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $399. Save up to $1,200 on Beauty Rest adjustable base sets. Upgrade your sleep to the Beauty Rest Black for $50 per month. Plus, get $300 Steinhoffel's cash and a $100 rewards card. You'll rest easy when you use Steinhoffel's 60-month financing. Steinhoffel's, your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
The spring could just break. Precision is there to help.
We have fully stocked vehicles to fix any problem you'd have that same day, and we are all over the Madison area.
You're just one phone call away from getting your garage door fixed today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
The Biden administration says it will release 1 million barrels of gasoline from a Northeast reserve. The move is meant to lower prices at the pump. AAA says yesterday the nationwide average price of regular gasoline was $3.59 a gallon. That's up from $3.53 per gallon a year ago. This all comes as AAA predicts that more than 38 million Americans will hit the roads this Memorial Day weekend. Nestle is cashing in on the weight loss drug craze. The company says it's launching a brand of smaller portion, high-protein frozen meals specifically created for people taking drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy. The food line, called Vital Pursuit, will be rolled out later this year with a suggested retail price of $5 and under for some meals. And this airline is going to the dogs. Bark Air is set to take its maiden canine-friendly voyage tomorrow from New York to Los Angeles. One-way ticket prices for one dog and a human companion are $8,000 for an international flight, $6,000 domestic, with stops in the New York, Los Angeles, and London regions. The company says it's looking to add more routes to other cities like Paris and Chicago. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
And at the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow down 35 points, NASDAQ down 8 points, and the S&P 500 down 4. Our call for action volunteers are in the building today, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Remember, you can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the first warn forecast. Then later today on Live at 4, with the start of grilling season, Dr. Zorba Pastor explains how to make sure your food preparation is safe.
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
Mike Super, Magic and Illusion, America's Got Talent finalist, winner of NBC's Phenomenon, leaving audiences speechless. Now you can see Mike Super live. Saturday, June 15th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. A show for the whole family to enjoy this Father's Day weekend. Mike Super, Magic and Illusion at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Look at that, twins.
Wanda Sykes gets mistaken for Lenny Kravitz.
It happened twice. They both were in New Orleans. Probably drank everything on Bourbon Street.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Tonight at 10, toxic water poisoned families at a military base. Now a local veteran shares his struggles applying for government help for his sick wife. They're fighting it. I'm looking for answers to why these toxic water denials keep happening. Tonight at 10.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Pam, how did farmers fare with all that severe weather?
It was crazy for everybody, Josh, including myself this morning when I came in for the early show. I had to take a couple different detours because of all the trees that were down and the utility trucks that were working. By the way, thank you to all those utility folks out there still trying to get the job done. In rural Wisconsin, a lot of those winds caught up with a lot of our facilities. Take a look at some of the pictures that folks have been kind enough to send me, ranging from Quonset Hut facility that went down in the Wanakee area to Poinet, where there's a picture of that's supposed to be a pumpkin field, but as you can see right now, it's currently flooded. That's up in Fond du Lac County. Specialty crops are one of the areas that I'm going to be following up. That's a historical barn in Wanakee that went down that families obviously are going to be missing as far as storage is concerned. And the rest of them, a little bit more lighthearted side of cleaning up around the farm. If you can or don't want to do the work yourself, turn the goats loose. That's up in Poinet. Thank you for sharing those stories. You know, the bottom line is for agriculture to clean up, it is a challenging situation. We are very dependent on power. So if they don't have the backup generators on the farm or some way to keep things powered, just trying to milk cows, feed cows are going to be a difficult task today, let alone keep cool when the heat returns later this week. Those specialty crops like the pumpkin patch that I just showed you, granted it's kind of early in some of the growing season, but if if you're a strawberry producer, for example, or if you've got asparagus or something like that that's in season coming on now, and our apple growers, all of those folks definitely experience some losses, I'm sure, overnight. If you've got something you'd like to share with me, you can just send it over. Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook, and I'll try to share it on News 3 here in the next couple of days. Like I said, it's difficult when you lose a barn. It's difficult when your crop that you're depending on for the year is underwater. Best thing to do is make sure you're talking to your crop advisor, although for some of those specialty crops like pumpkins, strawberries, we know of specialty crops like peonies being grown in the Beaver Dam area. There is no crop insurance that's available for those specialty crops. The growers are at risk entirely. So think about that. The wine grapes, all of those specialty products in Wisconsin, our ginseng, all of that could have suffered damage. I'll be following up, so like I said, send me your pictures. Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. Barrel cheese down 3 today, 40-pound block cheese down $1.50, and double A butter, Joss, that stands still at $3.11 1/4. But yeah, the cleanup with this kind of a storm is going to take obviously a few days. So we'll take the pictures as long as they want to send them, and I'll share them over with you guys at News 3.
Yeah, certainly some tough images, but all the goats. We need all the goat photos. I like that.
A little later one.
There we go. Pam, thank you. Appreciate you. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First for meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. And boy, there were a lot of storm reports, Kelly.
Yeah, there were a lot of storm reports. In fact, we've seen over 100 here in southern Wisconsin. So that means that we saw some widespread, and it was mainly wind damage that moved through the area. Thankfully, the severe weather threat is done with. We're on the backside of the storm system now. We just got the winds, just some general winds wrapping around the area of low pressure right now north of the UP of Michigan, and those west winds will be breezy throughout the day, but we are looking at a mix of clouds and sun, and temperatures pretty seasonal. Well, this looked like a lot of folks' yard. I'm sure waking up this morning, unfortunately, with some of these tree limbs that came down. If you didn't lose a whole tree, at least you had some branches come down. Thanks, Kathy from Middleton, from sending this in. And most of the damage reports were on the west side of Madison. And then as we head down to the south, I showed this at the top of the show. This was sent in this morning. Thanks, Melissa. This is near Belleville. Definitely rotation here, whether it was a gustnado or a tornado. It definitely was problematic. She reported that the only damage from this was some power lines because it was mainly in a field before it moved on out and lifted up. All right, take a look at our storm reports. As mentioned, we've been continuing to add to these totals as the Weather Service is getting the data coming in. A lot of people woke up to some more damage, so that's why we've seen more of these storm reports coming in, and most of them were wind reports. Those orange dots, that's wind reports. And a lot of these trees came down because we had so much rain. In fact, as you see some of these red areas, especially on the north and west side of Madison, then up into Sauk County where they really needed the rain, talking about 3 to as much as 5 inches of rain. Lesser amounts down toward Janesville, then off to the east into Jefferson County. All right, it's going to be a breezy day today with west winds at 10 to 20, temperatures near 70, so cooler than what it was yesterday, but pretty seasonable. We will have some rain chances on Friday, maybe some thunderstorms, nothing like what we saw last night, but it could be a little bit unsettled going into the weekend. You see some of these clouds mixed in with some sun here at the noon hour. Temperatures climbing up into the lower 70s for most locations before falling through the 60s. We are looking at some gusty winds. They'll continue throughout the afternoon hours until we get toward about sunset. We'll look at those winds to come down closer to 10 miles per hour coming in out of the south and west. And that southwest wind eventually will bring us some warmer weather going into tomorrow. Temperatures today in the upper 60s to low 70s throughout the afternoon hour, so all in all pretty seasonal. We just have to deal with the wind, but we will see a mix of clouds and sun throughout the day, and quiet weather with maybe a thunderstorm up to the north and central areas of the state. Right now it's 65 in Madison, 66 in Janesville, also the Dell, 66 in Lone Rock, Mineral Point, 63 also in Watertown. Across Dane County, 66, pretty common number for most areas, while it's 67 in Stoughton and 68 currently in Rockdale. All right, our first warm forecast, breezy today, 70, a nice day tomorrow, less wind, a lot of sunshine. Mild temperatures, very mild, 77. Still mild on Friday, but we'll look at some showers to roll on in, maybe a rumble of thunder. Looks generally dry Saturday. Sunday right now is not looking like the greatest today. It looks like this is not timing out well because we were expecting some rain, and it's going to be right during the daylight hours, so that'll likely keep our temperatures in the 60s. May bump those temperatures up a little bit Memorial Day, but we may have to dodge some showers on Monday as well. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, and it looks much quieter going into much of next week.
All right, quiet is good. Kelly, thank you. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
As summer approaches, is your house ready? Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. Call now for $1,200 off whole home insulation plus a $1,200 tax credit.
USA Insulation.
Do you have both Medicare and Medicaid? If so, you may qualify for a dual-eligible special needs plan from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield with benefits and coverage for dental services or routine eye exams. Call now to explore plan options available in your zip code. Learn about the additional care, resources, and support you could have with an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plan. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual-eligible special needs plans offer more benefits than you have access to with original Medicare alone. Additional benefits could help you save out-of-pocket costs. These benefits could include a healthy grocery allowance each month, transportation to plan-approved medical appointments, or an annual allowance to spend on eyewear. Most of the Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plans have $0 monthly premiums, $0 copays, or $0 deductibles that can also help you save on out-of-pocket costs. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, don't miss your chance to enroll in a dual special needs plan. Call today to see what plans with additional benefits may be available in your zip code. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plans offer more than original Medicare, like annual allowances towards dental, vision, or hearing coverage. These plans offer even more benefits that may provide you with additional care and support. With a 24/7 nurse line, you could have access to a registered nurse to help answer your questions whenever you need. If you're in immediate need of a caregiver or emergency services, these Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield plans provide a personal emergency response system. Contact a caregiver or emergency services at the touch of a button. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, don't miss your chance to enroll in a plan with more benefits than you may have with original Medicare alone. Call today to speak with a licensed agent and explore 2024 dual-eligible special needs plans. The call is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 800-357-1385. 800-357-1385. That's 800-357-1385. Call now.
You know, before we get going, I want to thank you for allowing me to come into your home every day and for sharing your comments with us on our website and Facebook. So as a special thank you, what do you say we whip up a dessert that's bursting with berries? The first thing we want to do is trim and slice about a quart of fresh strawberries. The easiest way to remove the stem is, well, believe it or not, with a plastic straw. All we do is insert it in the bottom of a berry and push it up. There you have it. To these, we add some sugar and a bit of cornstarch and give them a good toss. Now we add in some French bread that we've cut into cubes, along with some melted butter. After everything is tossed, we spoon it into a baking dish and into the oven it goes. By the time it's done, the whole house will smell amazing. You see, as the berries cook and the sauce coats the toasted bread, we end up with one incredible combination. A little whipped cream goes on top, and before you know it, you'll be doing the happy dance. To get the recipe for what we call Strawberry Betty, all you have to do is go online. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a very good way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Kelly with a final look at your firstborn weather.
Well, a quieter day today. We just have to contend with some breezy winds wrapping around our storm system, but at least we do have some sunshine right now. And looking at quiet weather the next couple of days, the winds though will be a factor, 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds while the sun is up. As we get closer to sunset, those winds should be coming down. And that will eventually bring us some warmer weather tomorrow, 77, still a very mild day on Friday. We'll look at some scattered, some showers and thunderstorms developing Friday afternoon. A dry day Saturday. Sunday does not look great for the Memorial holiday weekend, and we still have a chance of some showers on Monday. Then next week, it looks like much of the week dry with low to mid 70s.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We're back with more storm coverage following all that severe weather at 4, 5, and 6.